Building a presentation often feels less like writing and more like construction. You sit down to share an idea, but spend the next 3 hours fiddling with text boxes, aligning arrows, and manually copying data. This chart shows the typical breakdown of that effort. Roughly 80% of the time goes toward mechanical scaffolding, the layout and formatting, while only 20% is left for the narrative substance. That imbalance is more than just an annoyance. The cognitive load required to make a slide look professional drains the energy needed to make the argument persuasive. Claude in PowerPoint is an intelligent agent designed to flip that ratio. It takes over the mechanical labor of slide building. Modern presentation work centers on defining the narrative logic, as the software handles the labor of executing it. You can start with a blank document and a branded template. By giving Claude a single prompt, like an industry assessment covering market size and key players, it generates a full 10-slide structure from scratch. The AI reads the underlying master layouts, color palettes, and fonts within that template. This keeps every generated slide on brand. The headers, content layouts, and spacing all match your organization's specific design guidelines without any manual tweaking. It also identifies exactly where it pulled its information, providing clear data citations directly in the presentation. Generating this foundation immediately gets you past the blank page, so you can move straight to refining the message. Even with a draft in place, you often hit the bullet point wall, slides so dense with text that the audience stops reading. You can tell Claude to distill those points into 3 key takeaways. It rewrites the content for better readability while keeping the branding and layout intact. The system also understands the logic of the entire deck. If 2 slides cover similar ground, it can identify that redundancy. You can ask it to combine them. Claude merges the data, like revenue figures and growth rates, into a single cohesive view. It acts as a collaborator, asking for permission before it deletes any slides or makes major structural changes. This isn't just a visual update. The AI parses the information to ensure the deck's logical flow is tighter and more focused. One of the hardest parts of storytelling is choosing the right visual for the data. Tables are useful for raw numbers, but they rarely show the relationship between competitors. Claude can transform that table into a 2x2 matrix, plotting revenue scale against growth rate to show who is leading the market. These are native PowerPoint shapes, not static images. You can click any label, adjust the axes, or change colors directly in the app. You can also bring in external research by uploading PDF reports or connecting to tools like Notion and Google Drive, allowing Claude to pull outside evidence into your slides. Automating the conversion of raw data into editable charts removes much of the technical friction that stops people from visualizing their arguments. Instead of fighting with software for hours, you end up with a polished, logically structured deck in a fraction of the time. Since the slide deck remains a primary tool for high-stakes decision-making, reclaiming that time changes the quality of the final pitch. The endless manual work of pixel pushing and repetitive layout adjustments is now being replaced by intelligent automation. Claude handles the mechanical scaffolding of the deck, leaving you to focus entirely on the substance of the message.